Greetings and salutations, folks. And today we get to do something fun. We get to stomp on Rena. Shut up. Okay. So, because she just had to make this video, didn't you, Rena? Anyways.
All of the Old Spice deodorant names sound like they're hyper-masculine Hogwarts houses. Wolfthorn, Bear Glove, Spider Dick. I don't think that last one.
Okay, well, for women there's Ocean Breeze and, I don't know, Summer Strawberry, a Blast, and all that stuff. Yeah, so hyperfemininity exists in that, and I believe that must be for either Dove or I have something similar to that as my deodorant. So yeah, shut up.
Actually a name, but if you're watching this Old Spice, there's a suggestion for you. So in honor of September 1st, which was on Tuesday, when all of us should have been getting back on the train to Hogwarts, even if you're too damn old to go to Hogwarts, god damn it, you're not a wizard, Marina. How many times do I have to tell you this? I'm gonna make a video about...
No offense, but seeing as you are a feminist, you are probably one of those people who are already deluded into thinking you are something that you are not. Or only delusions that may not actually be. So, yeah, it's gonna take a lot more work than just telling you you're not a wizard, I think. No offense.
Two of my favorite topics, gender and Harry Potter. This is obviously
two things that you never truly mix.
Just for fun and not something I would probably even be thinking about when I was 12 and originally reading the book series, but being the...
Yes, back when you were actually, I don't know, fun, probably. Or a little less sensitive, get my drift?
Excited young women's studies student that I am, I just think about gender all the time, constantly, according to too many commenters. Many commenters. So I started thinking about how there tends to be gender gaps in many subjects in colleges, and I know a lot of this has to do with the way that men and women are socialized differently. Women tend to be encouraged to go into fields that are more nurturing and compassionate, and discouraged to go into fields that have, like, heavy math and science, because we don't want to hurt their poor lady brains. And obviously there are men that are nurturing and women that are logical, but those traits tend to be associated with men and women, and those qualities are nurtured in them from birth to adulthood. So while
no offense, but did it ever occur to you, madam, that maybe some women just want to, I don't know, become nurses because, no offense, but it may be a much easier job. Not because it hurts their poor little lady brains into nothing. It's because they're not interested as much. Also, if you're going to consider brains or anything like that, and men do actually have, I think that's 6 times 6.5 something, and the white cells in our brains, and in their brains than ours. So yeah, that might be partially to do with it. Also, testosterone and estrogen. Estrogen makes, is intended to have us bring forth children, and we happen to have more behaviors that are, I don't know, nurturing, caring, because of this reason. Doesn't mean all women are nurturing, doesn't mean we're all caring. It also makes us very likely to be violent because it makes us very emotional. So when we see things that upset us, yes, we get a little, get away from there. Huh? Don't get me wrong, guys can be territorial and just have testosterone. But notice how they are also our protectors as well. So yeah, like they go to being cops and are willing to, help fix us. So yeah, I guess testosterone is not all that bad. And plus, there have been women in science, like, I don't know, Madame Curie, or I think there's been others, but that's the one I can mention. And I know, you probably already know it as a feminist anyways, don't you? So, anyways.
There are definitely exceptions to the rule. Socialization definitely plays a huge part in the types of qualities that men and women have as they grow up. And this made me wonder that if gender gap...
Not necessarily. Because it wouldn't matter how much socialization you have, or lack of that. Some people do not go into those areas, because no matter how much your family or friends tell you can do this, it is upon the person to make that decision. And nonetheless, sometimes we make decisions due to our, physical and biological natures. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that,
exist in educational fields in the Muggle world if there would be gender gaps as well in the houses at Hogwarts. Like if certain houses value certain traits that tend to be associated with different genders, would there be disproportionate rates of men and women in different houses? What about non-binary and gender non-conforming students? If certain traits of certain houses are socialized in masculine and feminine...
No offense, but I think to quote a great wizard who said this to his son, that if he goes into Slytherin would have earned a great wizard. Do you understand?
Feminine people, then would there be male-dominated and female-dominated houses, or would the breakdown be more equal? I'm sure J.K. Rowling would probably want to say something along the lines of all of the houses having an equal distribution of men and women, but I wonder if this imaginary magical school existed in real life, just like suspend your disbelief for a second, would it be subject to the same sexism and sexist assumptions about men and women and the same socialization that,
Okay. I don't think you've read the books. I don't think you bothered to read it at all. Because here's the thing. Even if it was going to put them in the gender-specific house, as you referred to, it takes the fucking person's decision into fucking account. Okay? So even if it might have said, okay, I'm gonna put this girl into Hufflepuff, and she actually wanted to go into Gryffindor or Slytherin, I no offense, but I was sorted into that. Yes, I did my sorting. Actually, I did twice. Yes, so, haha. But anyways, no. I really don't think it matters. And even if that's the case, they, like I said, the sorting hat takes your opinion into account. Okay? So you don't have to worry. It may still analyze your brain and say, well, I think you do better in this house. That's because in some cases, yes, you may fare better in one house than you would in another. Because maybe you have better friends in that place. It's because that's just going by personality. So yeah, it's not ruling in like whether you're physically strong or not physically strong and more towards nurturing and stuff. Okay?
Muggle world has? Is there sexism in the wizarding world? That's a question I want to know. Let's look at...
Yes, there is. But about as much as it is anywhere else. Girls are able to teach. Well, not girls so much, like little girls. Women can teach. Good grief, there's plenty of female teachers in Harry Potter as it is. have plenty of male teachers in there too. So, fuck you.
Some of the traits of the different Hogwarts houses. Gryffindor tends to be associated with bravery, loudness, boldness, being assertive, and not being afraid to stand your ground, which tend to be the traits that are socialized in men rather than women who...
Oh yeah, because right now, you, madam, sitting right here, are not bold at all. And when I say bold, I mean stupid. However, boldness can lead to stupidity, so, yeah.
are socialized to be passive and polite and accommodating for other people. So could one assume that Gryffindor would be male-dominated? What about Slytherin, which is typically associated with being ruthless, cold, cunning, and ambitious? Definitely not traits that women are typically encouraged to have. So would this also...
Oh yeah, because I remember Bellatrix Lestrange being really fucking friendly. Oh, and Pansy Parkinson? Oh god, no. And Romilda Vane. Oh yeah, no, I don't even want to think about her. Huh? Yeah, shut up. Oh, and Gryffindor. By the way, I think you slammed a favorite feminist already. She goes by the name of Emma Watson, played Hermione, Ginny Weasley. I think it's another, I don't know her name, I think it's Bonnie White or something like that. But still, fuck you.
Be a male-dominated house? And would the women in this house experience sexism for being too ambitious or cold and unfeminine? I have a bad feeling.
Oh yeah, because that's what is being encouraged. It's never encouraged in men to be that way. Oh no, hardly ever. It's not discouraging men either. Because yeah, Draco so didn't want to be mean to Harry. Oh no, never. And like I said, Romilda Vane.
That female Slytherins would be called bitches quite a bit. And it seems like J.K.
And they wouldn't care because they're, I hate to say this, most of them are evil. By default. That's the thing. Most of those people in the house are pretty nasty. There have been plenty of wizards that have come out of it who are pretty freaking nasty. Some nice, some, but some have been nice, like Snape. Turns out he just did it in a different way. Cunning doesn't always mean you're trying to achieve a bad end. It's just that you achieve an end. Okay?
Rowling might hold some of these sexist assumptions herself. I mean, there are only like 2 female Slytherins in the book, and both of them are described super negatively, and neither of them are...
Because they come from the negative house, you freaking idiot. Duh! Because I hate to say this, how many wizards are seen as nice? Name one, besides Snape. Can't? Thought not.
Super nice or pleasant people to be around. Then again, all of the boy Slytherins aren't necessarily described super positively either, but there are way more of them. I also wonder if houses like Ravenclaw that value logic and intelligence would devalue the women in the house, because again, there are many sexist assumptions about women being super emotional and illogical, so
You are aware of the fact that someone who is intelligent can be what I like to call eccentric. Luna is in that house, by the way, and she's incredibly eccentric. I believe also good old Moaning Myrtle was a Ravenclaw. She might have been a Muggle born, but damn it, she was smart enough to get in. And yes, she probably was emotional. After all, she's only 12 years. that's also another thing. We're talking about like tweens and teens here. Young children, no, young preteens, and no, older preteens and teenagers. So yeah, they're all going to be kind of semi-emotional because they're going through freaking puberty. You idiot.
Wonder if the women in Ravenclaw would have these assumptions placed on them as well. Also, let's not forget Hufflepuff. Sweet, sweet Hufflepuff. This is a
Tread lightly, my dear one. You messed with the wrong house.
house that values kindness, fairness, patience, and understanding, all qualities that are more nurturing and would be associated with femininity. So would Hufflepuff be a female-dominated house, perhaps? Also just the fact that the Hufflepuff common room is located in the Hogwarts kitchens, so how many sexist jokes do you think the female Hufflepuffs would have to deal with about getting back to the kitchen?
Probably none, you idiot. Or heck, considering if they did, most of us Hufflepuffs pretty much just roll our eyes and say, fuck off, moron. Or, guess what? We are fixing the food, so. Hey, one night. Bit of food. Anyways, this is Pandora the Eclectic telling you all to keep it frosty and. Well, let's continue on.
A lot. There are just so many questions that I have no answers to. Because Harry Potter is not real, Marina, so it's just.
God. Idiot.
It's totally fine. Totally fine. Anyway, let me know what your guys' thoughts on this are. Have you ever wondered similar things? What do you think the gender breakdown would be like? Do you think I'm being ridiculous? Don't answer that.
Ridiculous.
That last one, because I already know. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Also, this is completely voluntary, but if you'd like to help support this channel, then please consider donating to my Patreon page, which will be linked below.
Well, yeah. So if you wanted to ask me, all I have to say is 1, no, they're not. 2, oh, keep it frosty. 3, Marina, shut up. And 4, mischief managed.